Good morning. Good morning, America. What are you gonna get offended by today? Well, that's right. Uncle Tom's Cabin. Okay. So I love the cover. 'Cause apparently she was sporting blood back then. So it's a good book. I didn't read it, but I'm about to ready to give my review. I bet. I guess one of those books where people go, "Oh, you haven't read Uncle Tom's Cabin? What's wrong with you? Oh my God!" It's like apparently like as if like you're Nike with kids in Indonesia or something, stitching, sewing, last. So yeah, it's one of those books like, oh, you haven't tried the new elderberry flavor of Baskin Robbins? What's wrong with you, dude? Oh my God! It's like, yeah, it's one of those books right here. Speaking of elderberry, see, my first introduction to Harriet Beecher Stowe was when I was in the club. Ironically, I was listening to Crime Mob. I got 32 flavors of bootylicious bubblegum. Remember that song? Yeah, I don't know who sang it. I don't know Remy Ma or whoever, but apparently she was like Remy Ma. So I guess that was my. I distinctly remember saying, "Hmm, that is not Harriet Beecher Stowe, but I can give it a shot." So I mean, that was my trigger for Harriet Beecher Stowe, and the first impression, even though you read it, was it's amazing book. She's a prodigy, no doubt. She's like George Eliot. I mean, that's another thing. And people get sidetracked and swayed by all this brouhaha about all this racial tension nonsense, and yeah, which is of course the centerpiece, the main pith, the kernel, the center mass of the whole shit. But yes, but the reason why I love it, why everyone should read it, it's not because of this because this is the problem with academics. They throw an interpretation like a throw on the sofa, on this hot smorgasbord of they throw this smorgasbord of nonsense on this cabinet. Get it? Throw. Okay. Anyways, I'm trying to be too creative. I'm trying too hard. The point being, they give more interpretation than is necessary. When she was writing it, she was artist. She just wanted to showcase and yes. I mean, in the intro it says it was motivated by that. But personally, as an artist, it's not like even the most radical revolutionaries, Gandhi, whoever, Mother Teresa, they don't go all day thing. And even when they did, it's not like Mother Teresa went to shit taking a dump and poop. She's going, I wonder how we can cure the leper with my mystic touch. I mean, no, people are human. We have lives. I mean, so my point being, as an artist, she's brilliant. I mean, she's just George Eliot, and that's another thing. Not only you're women, you're black women, and you're obviously in a very bad spot. All the scars are against you. Hmm. But you're a genius on top of this. How do you even deal with life like that? Even people like Norbert Weiner, John Stuart Mill, me. The problem we face is how the only way you can relate to a living person is by reading the dictionary, right? 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 So I mean, because you're so intellectually superior. I mean, because you pretty much. I mean, okay, I jest, but even intellectual superior, what does it even mean? How can you cannot know everything, and you cannot know everything about everything, and that's another thing. Just because you write a thesis and you get your PhD doesn't mean you're a genius. Because the PhD is a dime a dozen, but the whole genius of her was artistry. That I mean, just she has ballet, French terms in ballet. Freaking, I'll just browse it. I mean, her art is her language, her command, her the the bravado to break through the whole established norm of this formal tone and to write her this slang, southern slang, and this. I don't think it's necessarily a good book to read in a subway when you're going from Compton to LA in a red train and red whatever, because I don't take the subway. But the point being, if you go to Inglewood, it's not probably not the best book to read it aloud in your coffee shop wearing "Make America Great Again" again again cap, because I mean, who knows, maybe you're one of those nice guys, the nice Trump supporter who's trying to be good, but in this now day and age, if you try to do that, you go to Inglewood Popeyes and you read it. You just, it's like, okay, you become too expressive, passionate, and like with gusto you read. People pretty much think you're a fetus, giant fetus who should have been stampeded like a cockroach. Trust me on this. Yeah, the hate you give, right? So it's not probably not the best book to listen to audio in freaking writing in torrents. Not even torrents, like freaking like Southgate area. Yeah, you don't want to go to Southgate Mall quoting it verbatim like Tupac. Tupac used to quote Shakespeare. I don't know. Eric Michael Dyson told me. But again, that's another thing. He doesn't have to quote Shakespeare to prove to somehow he's a genius. So Harriet Beecher Stowe, or however, yeah. So in that regard, the fact that I didn't finish it shows that I look forward to reading this book. It's something I could definitely relish. It's beautiful. It's amazing artistry, and that's, I think, the most important part, because even before this whole racial shit, Sufi's poem. I'm sorry, Rumi's poem comes to mind. Not even a Muslim, Hindu, Christian, whatever. Remember that poem? So he got it. You're more than your freaking religion, your nationality, and so that's in that way. We like people. One of the great lessons I learned from college was our English professor. She said, Stephanie, she said that I don't want you to reading Wikipedia article, God forbid, or, or other people's interpretation. What do you think? Again, my philosophy professor Will from Cyprus, she also said the same thing before I dropped out, yeah, with this anathema, with this angst against college. They instill some important life lessons in me. What do you think? What's your opinion? And the cursory glance, the cursory browsing, it's amazing. You can just see the sense, the artistry, the sheer genius in her, and that's what it is. It's a great book of literature, not because of the theme or the content or anything, was as others might lead you to believe, but because she's a soul, she's an artistic soul, and you can definitely sense her, and it makes you look forward to it, and to research it, to watch YouTube videos of it. And that's, I think, the most important point. You know, it's not even the race or the politics or the nationality, or the nationality history. It's not even that. It's like, what makes you you as a unique person, other than the fact that you spend 20 hours a day on memes, on 9gag, trolling useless, writing useless comments, and going over. I mean, between your Reddit roast me's and your funny or die stupid performance hours, how is it do you choose to meaningfully fill that time? And okay, I'm just joking, but the point being, yeah, even that, even if you're some stupid guy who writes meaningless comments on YouTube, right? If you if you can channel your inner Harriet Beecher Stowe in that, I think you've got the point. The game is won.